Hi everyone, welcome to Heaven Healing and Tarot. This is Christina. Today's pick a card is, who is our future spouse? Who we're going to marry? Or at least who are we going to be in a very long-term committed relationship with? Before I get started, I always send out some healing. So take a deep breath with me. You ready? All right, pile 1. We have tan. Pile 2, patterned. Pile 3, cream. Pile 4, chocolate. All right, tan, pattern, cream, chocolate. Take a moment, pick the flower you are most drawn to, and we'll take a sneak peek into what your person's like, who they are. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this tan flower, then this is your reading. Sorry that the pause button didn't pause while I was, after the intro. But anyway, we're here. If you went right from the intro into pile 1, I'm sorry for the little bit of a delay. I was writing down the colors. So anyway, here we go. Here's your cards. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and 4 of Pentacles. All right, let's see here. 6 of Wands tells me your person is confident and accomplished, a natural leader, charming, probably very goal-oriented, organized, but positive and optimistic. Might like to be in the spotlight. Could be like a Leo type energy. It's possible. Doesn't have to be, but it's possible. 8 of Wands tells me that your person is probably, again, highly motivated to get things done. So like once they have a goal in their mind, they're like, I'm going to accomplish it. They're going to do whatever they can to get that checked off their list, off their box, And they're not somebody who likes things unfinished. And they're not afraid to move fast. They might like to multitask or to juggle. They might be very good at it. They can juggle commitments. Like they're the type of person that'll take a lot on their plate, hence 2 of Pentacles. They juggle a lot, but they can handle it. They don't get overwhelmed as much as someone else might, because this is something they do to themselves. They just have this fast pace life. They don't slow down until they crash. They go, 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 and then they sit down and they're asleep on the couch. But, I think they thrive in this competitive type world. And I think they're kind of competitive with themselves, where they're like, okay, I got to accomplish this, this, and this today. I'm going to get it all done. And they kind of compete with themselves to get it all done. Does that make sense? But anyway, I do think that this person is someone who might want to travel as well with that 8 of Wands. I think this is somebody that you can count on financially, though. I think they're going to be stable. If they're not now, they will be in the future because, like I said, they're goal-oriented. They're going to want things in life, and they're going to want to have a certain amount in their bank account. They're going to want to retire at a certain age. So they're going to be somebody who is accomplished and somebody who knows how to enjoy life as well. But they're definitely going to be financially independent. At least if they're not now, they will be at some point in their life. And this is probably somebody who people go to for advice because they probably know like a lot of stuff. They probably have had their hands in a lot of different pots, so they kind of have a little bit of knowledge of kind of everything. So this is probably somebody people go to for advice. And like I said, with the Two of Pentacles, they're somebody who can juggle a lot, kind of roll with the punches. Whatever life throws at them, they'll figure it out. They might not like it, but they'll figure it out. And they kind of tend to have luck on their side. They tend to be good-natured and maybe sometimes sarcastic. Maybe a little bit of sarcasm there. But for the most part, they're fun to be around. Now, the Four of Pentacles, this one has me a little bit. Is this somebody you know that they're holding on to something about you a little too tightly? Or is it just somebody who holds on to, like, has a hard time letting go of things? I don't know, because I that makes me feel like they're not good-natured, but I know that they are. Like, I feel it strongly that they're pretty optimistic, pretty easygoing in the fact that they're not laid back. Don't get me wrong, they're not laid back at all. They're fast-paced. But they can, like I said, they can roll with the punches. When life throws them something, when life throws them a curveball, they can catch it and they can, work with it. So I don't mean it in the sense that they're holding on to something negative. I don't know. I just feel like they don't let go of things. And I'm not really getting a clear explanation to that. But I do feel like they are motivated by money and material success. I do feel like this is somebody who wants to have like a lot of toys, like the nice cars and maybe the boat and maybe, all the, depending on what they're into. If they're into hunting, they have to have like the gun and the top of the line jackets and whatever they're into. I think they'd like to have all the bells and whistles with it. I do think that they're stubborn. I mean, to be that goal-oriented, you kind of almost have to be. So it could be a little controlling at times. Something you would have to like work with. And because like people go to them for advice, I think that they might be resistant to other people's advice. But that, again, depends on how they feel about the person. Like, if they look up to somebody, they'll take that person's advice. All right, so my ex-husband was kind of like this. So this is the example they're showing me, so I can better explain it to you. My ex-husband, I thought he knew better than me all the time. He thought he was smarter than me. He wasn't. But anyway, that's beside the point. So whenever I would give him advice, like he would just like yes me to death. Yeah, whatever. And wouldn't take it. But if his father came along and gave him the same advice that I had given him, then all of a sudden it was a brilliant idea. But I would be like, but I already told you to do that. And he would be like, yeah, whatever. My dad is so great. My dad is so wonderful. He's so smart. So he will take advice from people, or this person, I shouldn't say he, this person will take advice from people they look up to or who they think is smarter than them, but they might have a hard time taking advice from people that they see maybe who might not be as smart as them. Now, believe me, I was a lot smarter than my ex-husband, but he didn't see me that way. And I'm not saying this person is going to see you as less smarter than them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it could be a coworker that they feel like they're more superior to, and they won't take that coworker's advice, even if it's good advice. And even if they get that advice from somebody who is like a manager or a boss, they'll take the boss's advice, even though the person under them gave them the same advice. Does that make sense? I hope I cleared it up, but I don't want you to think poorly of this person, because I don't feel poorly about this person at all. I just feel like there might be a little bit of stubbornness here, a little bit of control issues, but you know what, we all have them. I'm extremely stubborn and controlling. I mean, I've worked on it a long time, but I don't feel like I'm a bad person. So your person's not a bad person. They're good. For the most part, they're somebody you can count on, right? You just might have a little bit of issues. But don't we all? Don't we all? All right, I'm moving on before I really talk you out of this person. I don't mean to do that. It's just sometimes I can't articulate beautifully what I feel, because what I feel is what I feel. And I just kind of say it. I'm blunt. Okay, here we go. Honor and respect will come to you. Well, that's really good. So your person is going to honor and respect you. Thank you. My guides gave me that as clarity for you guys to know that your person is not going to think lower of you. All right? They're not. They're going to think highly of you. So I appreciate them clarifying my stumbling words here. Great personal sorrow. Well, your person probably has lost someone that you really cared about. You know, or been through something, you know, a little bit of traumatic. They could have lost a parent, or maybe a child, or a grandparent, or a best friend. They you know, have gone through some kind of sorrow. And it doesn't mean that somebody has passed. It could mean any kind of sorrow. They could have lost a pet. And again, here I am with the crossing. But anyway, they have some sadness within them that they carry with them. And again, that's nothing that's really going to affect you. It's just somehow for you to recognize your person. One step at a time. A lot of little steps makes big dreams come true. This is your person. Totally your person. Your person's methodical. They do things right. They do things the right way. They're not going to skip steps. You know, they're not going to put the furniture together and have screws left over. They're going to go back and they're going to recheck their work, and they're going to do it step by step. This is your person. They like to have things. They like to accomplish their goals. They like to check things off, right? They're going to do it step by step. They're going to do it the right way, which, again, is good, because then you know that something's not done half-assed. Oh, sorry. Did I just say that? I must be thinking about my ex-husband again. Anyway, well, live as a fully conscious being. All right. So I think this person, what I'm getting from this is that sometimes your person gets caught up in what they're doing. Maybe they're getting caught up in their goals and accomplishing things that they might not see what's going on around them all the time. And they have to be reminded, they have to be brought down to earth here, a little bit grounded, to say, hey, look, I see that you are a hard worker. Let me pat you on the back for that. You're amazing, but I need some attention. So you need to spend a little bit more time with me, doing things with me, and making sure our relationship is good, and less time worrying about putting more money in the bank account. So let's go on a vacation. Let's go on a trip. Let's at least go out to dinner. Let's do something. So I feel like your person sometimes needs to be grounded, because they get so caught up in their goals that they might have to be, they might need to come down and see what's being neglected in front of them. Again, this is something you can work with. Believe me, it's not a bad thing that your person wants to accomplish goals and put money in the bank. That's not a bad thing at all. In Anna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Yeah, I think this is your person. Your person is, I am who I am. You can't change me. You got to take me for the good and the bad. All my flaws. This is who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody else. If there's something you don't like, I will try to do better. I will try to work on myself. I will do that, but I am who I am. They're not good. They don't wear a mask. They're not faking it for anybody. Which, again, is a really good trait because you know what you're dealing with. Right? They're not going to date you for 3 months and then after 3 months show their true colors. You're going to know who this person is right away. Which I love, absolutely love that. Somebody who is, who feels like honesty is like the most important thing in the world. I think that's a great quality. Coral's wisdom, colony, delicacy, fragility. Works that are created over great periods of time. So this is telling me that A, it'll be a long-term relationship. I mean, you're going to marry this person, right? So it will be long-term, but it's going to get better with age. It's going to become more beautiful with age. The more you work on it, the better it's going to get. And that's beautiful. So by the time you're right at retirement age, you guys are going to be so good with each other. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to love each other to death. Enjoy each other's company because you guys are going to get better with age. This makes my heart sing. I absolutely love this for you. A new start is coming. So, if you haven't met this person, they could be coming in very soon. If you do know this person, then, maybe you're taking the next step because the new start is coming. So, beautiful. Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. How amazing is that? So if you've been manifesting your person, hoping, wishing, praying for them, they could be here. Or you could be getting ready to take that next step. That's a lovely card. Okay. Let's see what Mary wants to tell us. Mary says your person is Jesus. No, that's not what I meant. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. First off, what I'm feeling was your person could be religious. They could, really believe in Jesus or have Jesus as their savior. But also, they could be praying for you and for this to happen as much as you're praying for them. So, again, it feels like you guys are on the same level, on the same page, ready for each other. So if you don't know this person yet, I feel like you're coming together soon. And if you do know this person, again, I feel like you're getting ready for the next step, a level up here, which is pretty amazing. I'm pretty excited for you. I'm going to pull you some initials. If any names come, I'll tell them, but I'm not going to sit there and go through every single one, I don't think. Let's see. Z, D, M, another M, a W, an N, and a G. These N's and W's, wow. You got a Michael, a Mark, a Mindy, a Mandy, a Mariah, Mora, and M's. And for the N, I'm getting Nick. So something in the Nick family. Nicole, Nicolette, Nicholas, Nikki, Nathan too. Nathan came out. But, alright, pile 1. That is what I have for you. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. All those things help me, and I appreciate you for it. Until next time, love and light. Hi, pile 2. If you chose this patterned paper 1, it's like newsprint, then this is your reading. Let's see who you're going to marry. The Moon, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 7 of Swords, and King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, your person's a schemer. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a very strategic, logical, they make a lot of sense. Your person's wise. But they're a schemer. They always got an angle. They always know how to resolve a problem or resolve an issue. They think about it and think about it and think about it until they get the answer. Like, they're smart. They're very smart. They might be a little stubborn, where they feel strongly about their opinions and their feelings, like how they feel about things. So, you know, if they're political, they could have a very like intense political view. Like, I feel like they feel strongly about their beliefs. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just I wouldn't want to argue with this person, because you're not going to win. And unless it makes sense. Unless it makes sense. So, you know, I think they do see logic, but they're the type of person that you got to prove it to. But at the same time, I do feel with the 3 of Pentacles that they are a team player. All right, so I think it's a fine line that they walk with that kind of stuff. Like, they know how to get along with the others. They probably like to work with their hands, and they probably have very good communication skills. They will stand up for what they believe in, but if you can show them, like, logically why something makes sense and it doesn't agree with what they originally thought, they can be persuaded. They can change their mind. They're not so stubborn that they're gonna, you know, cut their nose to spite their face. They're not like that at all. They just, things have to make sense to them. It has to make sense. But they have integrity. And they have very, very good problem-solving skills. And they will help others. And they're good listeners. They are good listeners. So this is somebody I would go to for advice. I would. Let's see. I think the Page of Wands is somebody who has a lot of potential, right? They have a lot of potential. And it's someone who wants to do a lot of different things. Like, they see possibilities. They get excited about doing different things. So, yeah, they're probably somebody who might get bored easily. So they'll try to, you know, do something else. Take on something else. But, you know, the seven of Swords, not my favorite personality sometimes. But in this case, I don't mind it. I really don't. I do feel like this person is very strategic, very logical. They are really helping their team. Like, 7 of Swords is the page that goes and steals the swords from the enemy's camp. So those swords can't be used against his team, his army, right? So if they have less swords, then they can't kill their people. So that's who the Seven of Swords is. So he sneaks over to the camp and steals the swords, and he doesn't get caught. So he's strategic, and he's strategically thinking that way. Like, if I steal their swords, they can't be used against me. So he's smart, and he's logical, and he's helping in his own way. And I feel like your person is very helpful to other people. But they do it in a way that's more analytical, more smart, more logical. They might not be the heavy lifter. You know, they might not be the brawn, but they're the brains. Your person is probably not somebody who's going to get super angry. You know, they're probably very calm, very stoic, very logical, assertive, but not someone who's going to get overly emotional or, you know, too upset over things. Which, you know, sometimes can make them a little hard to approach. Like, people might be intimidated by them because they are so smart. I don't think you will be, though. And I definitely feel like your person doesn't like to waste time. They do not like to be inactive. So, yeah. But I like this person. Your person's the type of person that weighs the pros and the cons. You know, they might make mental lists in their heads, the pros, the cons, and see what outweighs. They make good decisions based on logic. There's nothing wrong with a smart person. Smart, you know, knowledge gets you ahead in life, especially if you are strategic. Sorry, daughter came home. Didn't want to have you listen to the dogs, so put you on pause. But now we got your cards. So we got the Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. That's your person. They don't give up on things. They're very smart. They figure out a way. They're very logical. They will overcome their, any issues that they have or any obstacles in their way. And money will be coming to you. Your person, I told you, is how to get it done. They're going to be financially stable. They're going to do good for themselves. So this is all really great. All right, let's see what else. Oh, I'm dropping cards, and the water softener's on. Sorry. Light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. This person needs to believe in themselves a little bit more. They're so smart. I don't know why they would doubt themselves. Maybe because they might not be like, the big tough guy, the athletic type. They might not be that type. They could be, but I'm not ruling it out, but I'm kind of feeling like there's a little bit of self-confidence issue here, even though they're super, super smart. Maybe they're a little bit heavier, or maybe they're a little, I don't know, there's something about them that makes them a little self-conscious, I think. So they just got to believe in themselves. They're an amazing person. They're an amazing person. So if they believe in themselves, they could be, really the top of everybody's wish list, I think. All right, let's see. Be a force for good, Kangaroo. This tells me your person is a force for good. I think they do a lot for people. I think they help a lot of people. I think they believe that people should help others instead of, trying to drag them down. I think they're of that mindset. They have a very positive mindset where they believe in charity, or they believe in doing good things for people. I like it. All right, let's see. Mayushan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Your person likes to give. They do. They enjoy. So I do feel like your person is a giver. I think they will buy you things. I think that if you tell them, if you just mention casually in conversation about, a product that you saw that you think is really neat, I guarantee you, like in a few days, it'll show up on your doorstep. I think this is that type of person where they listen, they pay attention, and they want to give. I think they're going to give you a lot of gifts. Maybe not all the time, but I do feel like your person will be very generous with you. Again, I love it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. All right, so when time and tide come out, it's like the waves come in, the waves go out. Like the tide comes in, the tide goes out. Like people come into your life, people leave your life. So I feel like this is a card of saying, this is all about divine timing. Your person's coming. So if you're like wondering, where's your person? Like, where are they? You want to meet them already. If you're feeling that anxious, like I just want my person, they're coming, but it has to be in divine timing. So they're gonna come in like the tide, and so if other people have come and gone, don't worry about it. Your person's meant for you. They're coming. They'll be here in divine timing. That's what they're making me feel with that card. So just hang on. I know that's hard. Believe me, I've been waiting a long time to meet my person. It's hard. I get it. But they're coming. They're coming. Work through your fears. This is your person. This is your person. They're feeling a little insecure about something. They have to get a little more confident. And they're so confident in certain ways because they're the King of Swords. They are so confident. But they might not be confident in love, in the love area. So, it might be just your person just taking time to gather their courage. So give them the time that they need. Don't rush it, okay? Your person's coming. They're working through some fears. Luck. A sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working out in your favor. An excellent time for networking. So, okay, so this might be closer than you think. All right? This might be closer than you think. Let's get a Mary card. Caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. Your person is a very loving, very caring person. They are. Even if they seem a little stoic, a little, intimidating, they're not. They're very giving. They're very generous. They have a huge heart. They're probably a big softie on the inside. You just got to crack their shell a little bit, but it's somebody who cares deeply. There's somebody who cares deeply. All right, let's get you a few initials here. R, L, G, P, E, X, F, V, and Y. Oh, no, one more. O. I didn't see it. Blended. O. So who do you got? Richie. Rich, Richard, Richie, Ryan, Riley, Rhiannon, Rose, Lucy, Len or Leonard, Lenny, Len, Paul, Ezra, Frank, Frankie, Violet, or Vince. All right, they're just the names that are coming to me, so you take them if they resonate. If not, it's okay. It doesn't mean your person has to be named that. It just, they're the names that popped up right away. Hopefully there's a lot of people watching, so I couldn't have possibly come up with all those names. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. All of those things help me a lot, and I appreciate you for it. Until next time, love and light. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose my cream flower, then this one is for you. Let's get some cards for you. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, and King of Cups. Person's a worrier, that's for sure. Let's see. Your person's responsible, hardworking. When they commit fully. Like, they're not somebody who's going to back out on you at last minute unless it's absolutely necessary. There's somebody who, when they commit, they commit. When they say they're going to do something, they do it unless, it's impossible for them to do so. And then they feel bad and they'll try and make up for it. But, yeah. I think your person is somebody who likes to make decisions. They kind of might like to be the boss or like to be in control. But they can get along with others. It's not like they can't. I think they have a quick wit. So they might come up with these funny one-liners or, always have like a funny response. I think they're charming. But I do think they like to be the hero. So, so they're kind of people-pleasing. In a sense. They like to be the hero. They like that pat on the back. They like doing nice things for others. I think it makes them feel good to do nice things for others. They like to be the hero, the savior. If they can help, it makes them feel good too. I think that they don't like things out of balance. I think they're somebody who seeks harmony. They like things that are fair and just, and they do not like toxic environments. They will probably remove themselves if something gets ugly or not so great. Especially if they're working, it gets them very upset when things are not good. And they're not the type of person that's going to rock the boat, even though, they like to, be in charge and be a boss, but they'll step back. They probably are private too. They probably don't open up too much. They probably keep their feelings to themselves. Because they don't want other people, even though they like fairness and stuff, I don't know, I think that they don't want others, like they're a people pleaser. They like to do things for others, right? They like to be a hero for others. They don't want people to feel sorry for them, or so they don't ask for things. They don't ask for help, even though they're willing to give it. Sometimes they might have unrealistic expectations. Sometimes. But your person has like Yeah, you know, there's like different things that they can do. There's opportunities for them. Like they can go places if they want to, or they have options. And I'm not saying options in love life, but I'm just saying like options in life in general. Like, I don't know if it's like you know, the career choice that they picked, maybe they went and got education for one thing, but they could do multiple different things with that degree or whatever. I just feel like they have like options. I do feel like they are very loving as the king. But again, someone who seeks balance, you know, balancing that feminine and masculine energy within them. Like someone who likes to take charge, but then has that softer side who will lend in to pitch a hand, you know. So they're probably like a boss, maybe like a manager, but yet they'll work with the team. They'll scrub the toilets. They'll jump in where it's needed. They're that type of person. Kind, loving, generous, pure of heart. Sweet. I like your person. All right. So they would probably be somebody nice if they are your boss, or this is somebody you're marrying. They're probably not your boss, but if they are a boss, this is somebody who you wouldn't mind working under, because they wouldn't tell you to do something they wouldn't do themselves. They would do it, right? They know how to be the boss. They know how to delegate, but you know what I mean. I hope so. I hope you do. Anyway, let's get some more cards here. A distant friend is thinking of you. So there could be some distance between you. This person might not live in your town or your city or even in your country. They might live at a distance a little bit that you would have to travel to meet them, or to if you know them. Or, all right, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. They could, distance for me sometimes signifies no contact. This is somebody you don't have any contact with. You might not even know who they are, or if you do know who they are, you're not in touch, right? There's distance between you guys. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking this is somebody you don't know who it is yet. But if you are recognizing this person, then it could just be somebody you're just not really in a relationship with yet. You know, there's some kind of distance between the two of you. This says fair man. Now, I don't put gender in tarot. So I'm thinking your person might be light, might have light hair, blonde or gray or white. And if not, that could be you. Yeah, I don't know. You take it if it resonates. If not, it's not that big of a deal. We'll leave it. I don't like descriptions in general readings because there's too many people watching. So, again, if it resonates, that's great. Listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. See, this is totally your person. Your person has to really, they're a people pleaser. They want to please people. They want to be the hero. So they could get talked into doing things that they don't really want to do. So they got to learn to set boundaries and to stick up for themselves a little bit better. They are boss material. They are manager material. So I think that they know how to do it. It's just sometimes they can be swayed into doing things that they shouldn't do for others. Because they are so loving and generous and kind. Badger. Bringing your life into balance. A lot of balance cards here. Your person really likes things fair. But again, I think it's also talking that they sometimes do too much for others, where they need to have it reciprocated a little bit. So they need to set some boundaries. Yeah, I'll do that for you, but you have to do this for me. They have to learn to do that a little bit more. And they don't like to do that. That's outside of their comfort zone. But it's more healthy if they would learn to do that. Like, I will take your shift tomorrow, but you got to take my shift in 2 weeks because I really need that day off. They really need to do something like that. Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. So your person's going to feel very at home with you. They're going to love you. They're going to feel comfortable with you. You're going to be their anchor, their strength, or vice versa. They're going to be that for you. I like that. I like that you guys are going to be very comfortable with each other, and I think that it's fantastic that you are going to be the right fit for each other. Endurance. Keep going. I think this is your person. I do think they keep going. I think that they don't give up. And I think that they push themselves a little bit too far sometimes. There's something that like, I just got to get it done. I just got to get it done. I'm going to keep going. I got to get it done. Yeah, I think they push themselves a little too hard sometimes. But at least you know there's somebody you can count on. There's somebody that'll go the distance with you. I love that. I really do. I love that a lot. Have faith in your dreams. So either you or your person, this is the person of your dreams. You guys are really going to come together, and it's going to be a beautiful union. You're going to have everything you guys want. Burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, or health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So again, this kind of, I'm getting like nurse vibes from this person, or, you know, somebody who just like works long shifts and just keeps going and giving and putting their all into it, that they can get burnout. So they just have to make sure that they, you know, take time for them. You know, keep their mental health checked. You know, a lot of self-love, a lot of self-care this person needs to do more for themselves. Prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. All right, so your person is such a good person. They want the good for everybody. They're always praying for other people. They're always they always want the best for others. They always give. Your person's amazing. They're a giver. The person's a really good person. Let me pull you some initials. Alright, let's just see what comes out. And then if any names pop in, I will tell you. H, F, M, P, U, E, K, that's upside down, Y, J, G, B, T, O. Harriet, Hannah, Julio, Hope. I don't know. I was like, all right, I got enough H's. They weren't letting me move on. Okay, F. Let's see. I want to say Frida, Fernando, Francisco, Frankie, Freddie. Francine, Franny, Gertrude, Gary, Greg, Gretchen, Michaela, Matthew, Michael, John, Jimmy, Jacob, Janice, Janet, Julie, or Julia, Tanya, Tia, Tony, Tommy, Ty, Kai, Ty and Kai, Billy, Blaze, Brianna, Brenda, Bonnie, all right, I'm going to stop. That's what I got. Like I said, those names don't have to be your person. They could be. You know, there's a lot of people who watch this. I'm sure I can't pull out everybody's name. So, again, if it resonates, great. If not, no worries. No worries. Still, I'm sure there's still a message in here for you. Alright, that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. All those things help me, and I appreciate you for it. Till next time, love and light. Alright, Pile 4, if you chose the chocolate, here we go. Let's get some cards for you. Oh, Virgo. Doesn't have to be a Virgo. It could just be the Hermit. But, you know, that's my card, so I always point it out. Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, the World, and Six of Swords. So who is your person? Your person is wise beyond their years. They do enjoy their alone time at times. Sometimes they need solitude. Sometimes they need to just be by themselves to think. You know, they get too much noise on, like, too much static on the outside, kind of. They need to quiet it sometimes. They're always searching for answers, always looking for new things for knowledge. It doesn't matter what subject, they're always searching for knowledge. They like to learn new things, or they like to understand themselves better. You know, why things happen. Maybe they're trying to figure out, you know, how things work in the universe. Yeah, they have a deep connection to Source. So if they're not somebody who's spiritual like me, who you know, communicates with Source, they're somebody who probably prays a lot, or at least has a lot of faith. Now your Queen of Wands, oh, she's confident, she's ambitious, she just wants to be happy, you know. So she gets passionate at times. And, you know, the Queen of Wands can be very social, very friendly, where the Hermit is, you know, a little more introverted. So your person probably has that dual personality, that two sides. Like, sometimes they could be like the life of the party, and other times they're like, everybody needs to just go home. I'm done. You know what I mean? So they probably do have two sides to them. I do kind of feel like your person is, they worry about a lot of things. They sometimes make things out to be a lot worse than they actually are. They could have some insecurity issues. They have their walls up. They're somebody that you would have to, they're really going to have to trust you. So this is somebody that you can't keep secrets from. Because A, they like to know things, so that they won't like that at all. But B, it also makes them feel more secure when you're honest with them. Even if it's stuff that they don't want to hear, like it's things that might not be as so nice. I feel like they're the type of person that if they know, even if it's a bad thing, they can figure out a way to process it and deal with it, than for you to lie about it or sugarcoat it, because then it's like a double whammy when they find out. Then they got to deal with the situation as it is, and then they got to deal with the fact that you weren't completely honest about it. So it's like a double whammy when you don't. So this person really appreciates honesty. But they do probably have their walls up, so they're probably somebody that you will have to slowly chip away at the ice a little bit. And the thing is, they're passionate. They're a fiery person. Like, they're sassy and fiery and passionate about things. But their heart is protected because they've been hurt. So you might have to chip at that ice to get to that fire. But once you get to that fire, watch out. Watch out. They're going to love you like they've never loved anybody before. They're going to make you feel like you are the ultimate person for them. They've got a lot to give you, right? It just takes a little bit of time opening up, I think. I think your person is somebody who has great empathy. I'm kind of getting the feeling that your person's spiritual. They could be religious, but I kind of feel like they're spiritual more. I feel like they're somebody who will give back. They're probably somebody who feels guilty when people give to them. Like, say they were somebody who won a prize. Like, say you at a basket auction or something. They won a basket of cheer or something. They're not somebody who would go home with that entire basket. They would be passing out different things out of that basket to other people who said, oh, I really like that. They were like, here, you can have it. Because they felt guilty about winning in the first place. Even though they put their money in to win that basket just like everybody else, and they won fair and square. They feel bad taking for themselves. They're more of a giver. So they're definitely somebody who gives back, and somebody who has great empathy. But there's somebody that can see the bigger picture too. So if you lie to them, it's like, fool me once, you're not going to fool me again. They put their walls right up. They have those insecurities. They'll ice you out. So you got to be careful with this one a little bit. But they have such great capacity to love. It's unbelievable. This person will love you like you've never been loved before. I'm telling you, they will give. They will give. Like, if you're deserving of it, this is your person. If you're deserving of their love, they will give it. Like, they will make you feel special. But again, Six of Swords is talking about how inquisitive they are and how maybe strategically minded that they are. They're always looking for answers and new approaches to things. They're problem solvers. They again want to help people and please people, so they like to resolve issues. I don't know. I like your person. Let's see what else comes out. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. This is your person. they learn from their mistakes. You know, they're always wiser in the end. Even if they, you know, really mess up, they've learned from it, believe me. And they've taken it to heart, and they've probably felt a lot of guilt over it. Even if you were completely horrible to them, or somebody, maybe not you, but somebody was completely horrible to them, they will still see their part in it and take responsibility for that and take that on. Not that it excuses the person who was completely horrible to them, and not that they're justifying it, because they won't do that, because they can see very clearly. They're smart. But they'll see their part in it and learn from it. Person's kind of cool. They're kind of cool person. They're smart. But they do like to get together with friends. So again, as long as they have enough alone time, they are going to be social. They will like to spend time with other people. Simplicity. Put your energy into the basics and let go of excess. This is your person. Your person really only wants to be happy. They only want to do things that make them happy. They only want to have things that make them happy. They don't need the clutter. They're not somebody who's going to have these big collections of things. They don't need stuff, right? They'll keep it. They need to do things. They need to feel that connection with people. So they're going to want to be with you, and they're going to want to do things with you. They're not going to need the fancy jewelry and the big house and the fancy cars. They might like them, and they might enjoy them, but they don't need them. They need that connection with you more so than anything else, and with other people as well. So I think they're all about connection. Yeah. So they're going to keep life simple. They don't need to overcomplicate things. They're just going to find like the best solution to make everybody happy, or to make the most people happy. Sorry, I was yawning. Parrot, listen intently to understand. Your person's a good listener. They will listen, and they will see the big picture. They might not always agree with you, and they might not always think that your way is the best way, but they will listen. They will give you the chance to explain your feelings, and they'll say, okay, I get that, but I don't feel that way, and this is how I feel. And again, you might not agree with how they feel, but they listen. They listen, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because it's really nice to be heard. It's not good to be with somebody who shuts you down or shuts you off or don't want to hear it. So it's nice to be heard. The cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am a force of ever expanding love. So you know how we all are in balance. You know, the universe is in balance. Where there's dark, there's always light. Where there's, you know, good, there's always bad. Your person has both male and female within them, as do we all, but they tend to like their feminine side more. They tend to like that softer side. So they tend to take on more of the softer side of things. They're not going to be alpha more. You know, there's some people who have that alpha in them a lot. Not saying that this person can't get alpha. They're a queen, and they go after what they want. They can get alpha. But for the most part, they're more the softer side. They're more the I can see your point. I understand. Let's come up with a solution. Let's come up with a compromise. They're more that softer side. They tend to like that. And it doesn't matter male or female. It doesn't matter what gender you are. We all have it in us, and we all can be both ways. This person tends to be more of the, the negotiator instead of my way or the highway. Homeland, arrival, journey ends, building is settled. Yeah, this person's your person. Once you find this person, once you're with this person, you guys are going to be together. It's definitely long term. It's definitely marriage material. This is your home. You guys are going to build a stable relationship together. Love it. Show the world the real you. Again, sometimes I feel like your person does too much for other people. They need to, do more for themselves, or make their wants and needs known more. So I think that's what that card is saying. Like, show your person the real you, like what your wants and needs are. It doesn't always have to be about them or you. So I think your person has a tendency to please you, or will have a tendency to please you. So try and see them more. Try and see who they are, and how deserving and loving they are, and how they put you first. Acknowledge that and appreciate it. You have assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. So I think your person is close. If you don't know who this person is, you're going to meet them soon, I think. So that's a really great thing. If you do know them, then maybe you're taking the next step. All of a sudden, I can't stop yawning. Optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Your person's pretty positive. They have a very positive outlook. They expect things will work out for them, and they usually do. That's beautiful. That's a great mindset to have. Let's pull you some initials. See who your person can be. What did I drop? I dropped one. I don't see it. Oh, yes I do. Here it is. It's a C. Figures. Christina. I'm always going to say Christina with a C. But it could be Caitlin, or Connor, or Charlie, or Charlotte, or Christopher. We have a B. Brian. I don't know. R. T. Taylor. Tyler. K. Kevin. Kennedy. Kylie. Kyle. Kendra. E. W. Q. M. Michelle. We got a K, but you got another K. Z. And A. Annie. Anna. Ariana, something like that. There's like a Anthony. Antonio. G. And a Y. Sorry, I was. There's a long name associated with the G. Maybe Giovanna, Georgette, something long. They're showing me the long. I just can't pick up on the name exactly. And then you have the Y. I don't know. But, you know, I can't get everybody's names. A lot of people watch this. So if the name came out and it resonates, great, take it. If not, there's some initials for you. Your person's initials might be out there. But if not, I know you got a great message here. Your person's fantastic. Alright, that's what I have for you, Pile 4. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. All those things help me, and I appreciate you for it. Till next time, love and light.